Hello everyone, in front of me is an all-new 2022 Ford Mustang Mach-E GT. This GT is available for sale right now here at Hoffman Ford, so today I wanted to take you on a quick tour of the vehicle and show you exactly how it's equipped. Starting off, this is the GT trim level of the Mustang Mach-E, meaning that it is the performance variant. With that, you will get the extended range 91 kilowatt hour battery and the all-wheel drive system. With that system, you're gonna get roughly 3.5 seconds 0 to 60 and then 270 miles of range depending on the weather conditions and your driving habits. The exterior color on this vehicle is shadow black, and the wheels are 20-inch black painted Aero wheels. They are aluminum wheels, and then wrapped around those wheels are Continental cross-contact tires. Starting off in the front, we do have front-facing sensors on the lower portion of the grille. So we have front, rear, and side sensors. And then since this vehicle does not actually have an engine, it doesn't need the cooling that a normal grille provides, but Ford has printed a honeycomb pattern along the front of the Mustang to basically emulate a normal grille pattern. And then we also have a front-facing camera, which is included in that 360-degree camera package. So we have front, side, and rear cameras. Over here on the driver's side, you do have your charge port. To open that, you have to press on the right-hand side of that door. And then here's your charge port. To the right of the charge port, we have a charge indicator. So when you actually have your vehicle plugged in, each little quadrant will represent 20% charge, so you can monitor your charge status here or on that 10-inch screen right behind the steering wheel. To get into the Mach-E, all you have to do is have the key in your pocket or have your phone on you, which can act as a secondary key. And then you can push your finger here right on the button and then pull this handle. You can also unlock it via the keyless entry keypad, which is only on the driver's side door. And then to open it, you just press that button, it will prop open, and then you can pull with this little handle. Before we get into the interior, I just want to talk about the frunk. And to get into that area, you will need to pull this hood latch twice. And that will prop up the hood for you. And then you can open it up just like normal. And then here is your frunk. So plenty of storage space if you wanted to store things up here. We have two little cup holders if you wanted to use this for tailgating purposes. And then we have a button inside the frunk, just in case you do lock someone very small inside the frunk, they can escape and open that hatch by that button. Really the only thing inside this area is your washer fluid fill. So you can do that here, but basically everything else is covered up with plastic. It is watertight, so if you do put things inside the frunk, they will stay dry. All right, let's take a look inside the Mustang Mach-E. So over here on the driver door, to go along with the theme of odd ways to get in and out of the vehicle, Ford did not put a normal door handle inside the Mustang Mach-E. There is this little pull handle. So instead of just normally opening up the vehicle like you would, you can sit inside and then you pull back on the handle and then it will prop the door open and present it outward just like you did when you press this button on the outside of the door. We have memory seating also on this vehicle, so 3 options there. And then we have a 10-speaker B&O audio system. Over here with the seating combination, so this is a leather and ActiveX seating material. So we have leather on the exterior of the seat. And then we have suede along the center. And we have this nice, almost orange copper color stitching and then piping along the seat. And that color continues throughout the rest of the interior. So we have that stitching along the steering wheel. We have that color along the dash as well. Over here, this vehicle does come equipped with automatic headlamps. And then let's get in and take a look. So here we have our 10.2-inch screen, which is going to give you your range, your miles per hour, what gear you're in, how many miles are on the vehicle. And then over here, we have a 15.5-inch Sync 4 infotainment system. And then if you did want to change drive modes, you have to press on this little Mach-E in the corner. It will open up your settings page where you can change between whisper, engage, and then unbridled. Just to translate that, this would be eco, normal, and sport mode. They did rename them just for the Mustang Mach-E as a little quirky way to differentiate this from other Ford models. And then if you do want to learn more about it, you can press the little I next to it and it will explain what each mode is. each mode does a little bit different. Makes the vehicle sound a little bit different. It changes the acceleration and then braking and handling of the vehicle as well. And then down below that, we do have some more settings. So this vehicle does have the ability to do one pedal driving. If you're used to that, it is a nice feature to have, especially if you're in, we'll say, heavy congested or trafficked areas. You can do that. That way you don't need to constantly switch between the accelerator and then the brake pedal. We have a propulsion sound setting as well. So the vehicle does pipe in fake propulsion sound when you're accelerating to replace the normal sound that an engine would make. You can turn that off if you do find that annoying. However, it's not really too intrusive. It doesn't sound that bad. It's just definitely not something that you might be used to initially. Eventually it just blends into the background and then you forget that it's even on. And then over here we have our heating and cooling controls. So basically everything on the vehicle itself is controlled within this screen. So we have our map, heating and cooling, radio, and then we have this nice little rotary dial to change volume, which is actually attached to the screen itself, which is a really cool design feature. And then below the screen we have a USB Type-C and Type-A, wireless charge port, and then a rubberized mat area to stick sunglasses, keys, your phone. We have two cup holders down below. We have our hazards, and then over here we have our rotary gear dial and then electronic parking brake. Over here on the armrest we have GT stamped into it, and then below that, if you lift that up, we do have a console area. So it's an accordion style console, so you can pull that back, and then you do have some space to store things down here and another 12-volt outlet down below. Over here to the right of the steering wheel, we do have push button ignition. We have our wiper controls to the right, and then turn signal over to the left. On the steering wheel, this vehicle is equipped with Ford Copilot 2.0 active, which is going to give you that blue cruise. So you do have adaptive cruise control and then lane centering with lane keeping assist. And the blue cruise is basically able to use on, I believe it's 130,000 miles of pre-mapped highway, which is divided highway, so it's autonomous driving. So if you are on one of those roads, it will give you the option up on this screen if you wanted to use blue cruise, and then you can basically set cruise control and then turn it on, and it will drive that road so long as you are set to drive on that road to your destination. It will continue with that autonomous driving, which is a really nice, interesting experience if you haven't done that yet. Above here we do have a garage door opener, sunglass holder, and then our cabin lights. Behind me, this vehicle also comes equipped with the panoramic glass roof. It is fixed glass, so it does not move. It's not a sunroof, so it is a normal panoramic glass roof, which is really nice. It lets a lot of light in. It makes the black interior of the GT look a little bit more bright, especially with all this black trimming around the vehicle. Let's take a quick look at the rear passenger area. To get into that, same procedure. You press the button and then the door presents itself, and then you can pull it open. Again, the seating is the exact same. Plenty of space back here for someone who's a bit taller. Plenty of leg room behind myself. I'm roughly about 6 feet tall, and I have a pretty good amount of room behind myself. We have some more vents down here for your rear passengers, USB Type-C and Type-A. And then here's another look at that panoramic glass roof. Along to the rear of the vehicle, we have our traditional Mustang 3-bar tail lights. They are sequential as well, just like a normal Mustang, and then a GT badge in the back. So if you do want to get into the trunk, there's a rubberized button down below the center of the trunk, and it will open for you. Pretty decent amount of room to store things, especially since this is a sloped hatch. We do have a 12-volt outlet back here, some hooks for grocery bags on either side. We do have another light with a little Mustang emblem in the center. And you also have a shade which you can remove with these little pegs over here to protect any cargo that you might want to store back there. And then to close the trunk, you simply have to press this button and it will close for you. Just like that. So that is basically it for this 2022 Mustang Mach-E GT. If you have any questions about this vehicle, or if you'd like to stop by our showroom and take it for a test drive, give us a call at 717-657-1600, or stop by our showroom here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We are at 5200 Jonestown Road in Harrisburg. Thank you.